Hello, I'm Chloe. I'm a spiritual practitioner. I also work with shamanism and energy healing. And today, my friend Ileana and we're going to talk a little bit about shamanism. So, Ileana, can you tell me what the definition of shamanism is?
Sure, Chloe. Shamanism is a practice that involves a practitioner reaching altered states of consciousness in order to enter the spirit world and to also work with spirit guides or animal guides in nature.
Cool. That sounds pretty interesting. And I understand you are a shamanic practitioner as well. Can you tell me a little bit about what the main things you use shamanism for?
Yes, so for myself, for the shamanism, I love to do soul past life readings and also soul retrieval.
Cool.
That's helped me to figure out who I am as a person and why I came to Earth, what my life mission is.
Right. So basically, the idea with the past lives is that we've lived many, many lifetimes. And then when you do the past life reading, you understand more about yourself because you understand who you were in other lifetimes, which can then inform this lifetime as well. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. It helps you to have a clearer life path of who you are and where you're going in your life. And it provides a sense of clarity and understanding in what you want to do with your life. And that can help you with work stuff. It can help you with personal stuff, whatever you're going through. Shamanism is really good for working things out energetically with yourself and with others.
Right. And really working in harmony with nature, right?
Yes, with nature, with spirit guides, with animals, and also other beings, higher dimensional beings like fairies, dragons.
Right. It's very interesting.
Yeah. And a way to get in contact with them and in touch is also to do drumming circles and shamanic journeys through the drumming.
Right.
Yes, that's a huge aspect of shamanism to what I learned. So, Chloe, can you talk about your practice with shamanism and what you do?
Right. Well, I actually studied with Leonard Howell, who is a native shamanic practitioner here in Canada, and he's a wonderful person, and he taught me how to do past life reading and soul retrieval. So, past life reading, I do two processes. The first process I learned from Leonard is to actually take someone through a guided meditation where I guide the person gently to a sacred forest, and it's completely safe. It's not like a past life regression, right? Because when you do past life regression, you actually go directly into your past. The shamanic approach is much gentler, where we actually go together and I gently guide you, and you actually, instead of directly experiencing the past life event, which could be intense, what you do is we have you send your avatar to explore your past life, and you connect with your animal guides and your spirit guides in the sacred forest, and then we connect with your past life person or people, as it were, and we ask them questions about what you need to know right now. So for example, when we're in the guided meditation, you're not under hypnosis or anything like that. You're in a very relaxed state, but you're fully conscious. So we can actually have a conversation with the past life person that you were and ask them for wisdom to help guide you in this lifetime. So for example, if you have a specific challenge that you're dealing with, then we can actually ask the individual that you were in the past advice. And from my experience, they have a lot of wisdom. They have a lot of really interesting things to share. And even if you don't believe in past lives, even from a psychological perspective, you're connecting with an aspect of your own persona by going through this process. So you actually learn a lot about yourself. And as you learn about yourself, you actually gain wisdom and knowledge, and that is healing in itself. Because the more you know about yourself, the the more you can heal the challenges and issues that you have. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do. And can you describe a little bit what an avatar is for people?
Well, it's basically like a holographic version of yourself. So that way you're not experiencing the emotions directly of your past life. You're kind of like an observer of your past life. So you're at a safe distance. And that way you can just observe and sort of collect information. Does that make sense?
Yes, but what if you kind of want to interact with your past life? Can you do that as well? More than the observer?
Definitely, yeah. You can definitely interact with them. And after you get a shamanic past life reading with me, you can then also do some more past life reading by yourself. Actually, Ileana even has a good meditation for this. And you can go deeper and you can experience these things firsthand. But for a lot of people, there tends to be a little bit of intimidation, I find, with some people with connecting directly with their past lives. So this is a great, really gentle segue so that you can start to learn a little bit about who you might have been in the past. And it's really fascinating. You can also bring in more knowledge from your past as well, and even learn about different talents and gifts that you may have had in past lives, which you can tap into now when you connect with them.
Yes, that's a very good explanation of past life reading.
Thanks.
Have you done any for yourself? What have you experienced with past life reading?
Yeah, so for me it's been amazing because when I had challenges in relationships, I realized when I did the past life reading, it was very healing for me because I learned about some of the relationships that have been like a pattern for me that have repeated throughout my past lives. So like with one of my partners, I was with them in several of my past lives, and I learned about the different dynamics that we had going on in those past life experiences. It was really interesting, and it really helped me to understand why there were still issues in this current lifetime. So that's usually a great benefit for people, is to understand what patterns they have from the past and then really be able to look at it and decide if it's time to let go of that soul contract, meaning let go of whatever you've learned. So you've learned what you need to through with this individual, so then you can let go of that and you can discontinue having those same negative patterns arise. So that's kind of what really helped me. The other aspect, which we're going to also talk about, is the soul retrieval too. So like I was saying, when you go into a past life, you can experience a lot of the knowledge, the talents, and even the soul energy from that past life. So with the soul retrieval, you can actually absorb back parts of your soul that you don't currently have access to in this lifetime. So how it was described to me by my teacher is that our souls can become a little bit fragmented, right? So sometimes if we suffer from depression or anxiety, or if we go through trauma, our soul can become fragmented and in like little pieces. So we may feel a sense of emptiness within our soul. We may feel not whole, right? And I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling of not feeling whole, feeling totally whole, or feeling totally fulfilled by yourself. But when you do the soul retrieval, you actually absorb back all the energy from your soul, from all your lifetimes. And that way you actually feel much more whole and you feel much more at peace. That's what I found for myself. How was it for you when you were receiving the soul retrieval energy?
When I was receiving the soul retrieval energy, I felt very safe, and I didn't feel fragmented anymore. Like my soul pieces all came back to me. So I felt that I was no longer fragmented, and I felt as a whole person enjoying my life and not just going through the motions of living anymore. I was actually interacting with my life force energies on this planet and being physically here and not scattered in bits and pieces all
Right.
over the place, because I felt very fragmented and even disillusioned at times.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it brought me hope and safety and peace into my life. It brought all of that back and helped me to be more in connection with my heart and not just my brain, because I'm an analytical thinker. So
Right.
when I had the soul retrieval done by Leonard, and when he taught me how to do it, I reconnected with pieces of my heart and my soul. So I didn't feel like it was a reckoning anymore. It
Right.
felt like my lifetime again. I got back what I was missing. And it made me very happy
Yeah.
as a person, and I just enjoyed life more. It was very vibrant and very natural. So that's what I got from my soul retrieval experiences.
Yeah, for myself as well, it was a wonderful feeling. I actually had a physical sensation too of this beautiful energy of my soul coming back, like a feeling of coming home, right? So, so it can be a really amazing experience and very relaxing. So, other than that, was there anything else you wanted to discuss about shamanism?
I think it's beautiful what you described, and definitely try it out, folks, if it resonates with you. Chloe, can you tell us how you can be reached and contacted?
Yes, of course. So you can find me on ileareikimassage.com, and we'll put a link below here. And if you're interested in the past life reading or the soul retrieval, there is a description of that service. I also wanted to mention that I also do clairvoyant past life reading as well. So that takes about half an hour, and I actually look at your aura and I look at your past lives. I can clairvoyantly see your past lives. So if you wanted to do a past life soul retrieval package, you could do from 2 to 2.5 hours session. It's quite an in-depth session, and we could actually do a clairvoyant past life reading, a shamanic past life reading, and a soul retrieval. Or you can do all of these on separate visits too. So go to ileareikimassage.com and then look on services, and then you can find my past life reading there. And feel free to give me a call too. That way I can give you a free consultation and we can decide if it's a great fit for you. Okay?
Thanks, Chloe. It was wonderful having you here with us
Well, thank you
today.
so much for talking with me about shamanism. It's really interesting, and I hope you'll get in touch. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.